on 2K Sports. Hello, everyone. Great to have you with us. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Our starting lineups will look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. First for the Spurs, Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. And in the middle, out of Brazil, taken with the 28th pick back in 2008, the 6'11 pivot man, Thiago Splitter. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Duncan in at the 4-man position. And for Miami, Chalmers and D. Wade are the guards. And playing at the 5, the always versatile 6'11 star big man, able to score inside and out, Chris Bosh. And it's LeBron James, and it's Haslam in at the power forward.
Spurs have always been very much resting key players during the regular season. Some of it has to do with age of their players. Some of it is regarding talent because they knew they were a playoff team most years. And if you look at the research, there is something for not playing guys when they're fatigued because injuries are more likely if you play tired.
And it's going to be San Antonio off the tip. Outside Leonard. Now the feed to Duncan. And the shot is good. And back to the Spurs and their strategy of resting their star players, not without some controversy. And as you may recall, fined the Spurs and Coach Popovich for sitting all their starting players for a nationally televised game back in November.
Well, it was their 4th game in 5 nights, and Pop wanted to rest some of their guys because of just the nature of their schedule. And I think the problem was he didn't give the league advance warning. And that game against Miami, when he rested those 3 players, he actually sent them home. And I think that was a little shot at the league. And that's why there was a problem, and that's why the Spurs and Popovich ended up getting fined.
Now here's Parker. Pass to Duncan. Haslam's there. Goes up the baseline. And that one's good. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Down low. It's tipped. Shoots. And it's blocked by Leonard. Here's Green. Leonard on the wing. Raj with some nice deep. 2 for 1 opportunity if they want it.
That's what I'd do. Make sure you get a couple of shots here to close this quarter. He's such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Spurs have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Parker kicks to Leonard. Duncan. Haslam's there. Leonard attacking. That is good. And so just over a minute and a half played. Kicks it to Bosh. Back to Wade. Feeds to LeBron. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. LeBron's got 5.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Here's Leonard. Miss close. So at the end quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Heat leading by a point. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
And they've done a nice job here offensively to establish a rhythm and a pace to this game.
And I like that they're finding ways to score. Playing well here, Steve.
Here's LeBron.
Only 3 teams in the entire Eastern Conference had a better than 500 record against the West. And no surprise the Heat were one of those 3, and they were dominant against Western Conference opponents all year long.
From the sideline, let's cap with Doris Burke.
Gentlemen, when you look at the Heat finding the right pieces to build a championship, Shane Battier has been one of those important pieces. Coach Eric Spoelstra said, quote, "From a basketball IQ standpoint, Shane was a perfect match for LeBron. I've never coached two players with such high-level basketball IQ. And gentlemen, the Heat have been able to find all the right piece to build a championship. Battier has been one of those important pieces."
Certainly a cerebral approach to the game. Appreciate it, Doris. Thank you. Getting on to what you were saying about the Heat versus the West, they ended up 25-5, which is incredible, Steve, given how many tough teams that are in the Western Conference.
That's amazing, Kevin. They had a better record against the West than they did against the East in terms of their winning percentage. So I think that speaks to just how motivated Miami was when they went out on the road to the West in particular to really show everybody how good they were.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
Yeah. In fact, 3 of the last 5 makes are from the arc.
Here's Bellinelli. Here's Diaw. Once again unmarked by San Antonio.
Question is, do they go 2 for 1?
Can they get a good shot in time? That's the question.
Oh, this is getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this run going much longer.
I tell you what, Steve, it's already lasted longer than I thought possible.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Parker passes to Diaw. Back to Parker. He dishes it to Bellinelli. And it's good on the assist by Parker. 12 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Allen kicks to Batty. Dishes it to Cole. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
Just got a little careless on that. They should be able to connect on those.
Here's Parker. 1 second left. And it's in. Oh, wow. He nails the buzzer beater.
Pretty shot without a second to spare.
That can be so demoralizing for a team that gives up a shot like that to close out a quarter.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Heat lead by 7. And get ready now for the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce. The second half will be coming up right after that on 2K Sports.
Now, presented by Sprint.
And we played 2 quarters out at American Airlines Arena, and a great game is in progress for our halftime show. The Heat are doing very well so far. Their passing has been the key. Great playmaking all around. An impressive verse for LeBron. He's got 7 points and also has contributed to passing, making assists. And its dedicated Spurs team is weathering the storm. They've been in one of a groove offensively, making it look way too easy. Tim Duncan leads the team in scoring. They've also been getting some great work from Kawhi Leonard. And that's going to do it. We'll send you back now to the game in Miami, third quarter, up next.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And we welcome you with a beautiful view of down Miami and the circling American Airlines Arena. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
I like that he didn't force anything in that first half. His decision-making was really flawless.
That being the case, Steve, I think they want him to be more assertive in the second half. Look to take more shots. Be a little more shot hungry, even the tough ones.
Now here's LeBron. Here's Chalmers. And Parker with the block. Green left side. Back to Parker. He kicks it to Splitter. Pass to Duncan. Haslam on him. Just 5 on the clock. Bent, and it's slammed in by Splitter.
That's how to make your mark on the board, with an emphatic finish.
Oh, Clark, he was savage on that second opportunity.
Yeah, those are the types of possessions that are really demoralizing for a defense, guys. Well, if you're going to learn from someone, you might as well take some lessons from Tim Duncan. That's what Thiago Splitter is in San Antonio, really kind of growing up under the tutelage of one of the great players of all time.
That's good. 59 seconds left to play in the third. Chalmers against Parker. Back to Leonard. An easy 2 points on the layup. And Splitter taken 28th by the Spurs way back in the 2007 draft, but they had to wait 3 seasons, Clark, for him to come over from Spain. And as Greg Popovich was saying just this past season, he's finally showing what he can do because he's been healthy.
Yeah, agreed, Kevin, and I think it was a wait worth making,
yes,
quite honestly. I mean, one of the premier backup centers in the NBA the last 3 seasons, and he earned himself a nice payday with his new contract, too.
Raj with some nice D.
Well defended, and he's not someone who responds well to that defensive pressure.
LeBron the bucket.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 buckets that have come off of assists.
And Parker, here we go. And that one hits back eye.
He operates pretty well in traffic, guys, but that was a tough play to finish off.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Heat out front. They lead by 11. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. Welcome back as we get ready to start quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Spurs trail by 11. Green dishes to Leonard. Back to Green. This one for 3. Here's Duncan, and there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Duncan's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Spurs. Miami's gone 3-point land here tonight. Bosch kicks to LeBron. Leonard with the steal. Shoots from the right block. That one a little long.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game.
Kevin, gorgeous fadeaway there. I mean, that's one way to beat some tight defense.
And Parker, here we go. Inside. Here's Splitter. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Now here's Parker. After Dwayne Wade's miss, sinks it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And now both of these clubs really in a groove here.
Already a high-scoring game, but it has become an offensive showcase down the stretch.
Now here's Wade. Back to Chalmers. Puts up a 3. Good.
Every point they get now puts them one step closer to the W.
If they're not there already, Steve, just a tremendous all-around game of basketball they play.
Here's Parker. Duncan gets a screen from Splitter. No good from Duncan.
He was right there, but the defensive pressure forced that miss.
Well contested. That really made it a tough shot.
Spurs have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. There's Green with the 3, and it's Haslam with the rebound. Here's Wade. Bosch passes to LeBron. Throws it up high. Haslam. And another basket for Miami.
And the fans loving what's transpired here tonight. A really good victory for these guys.
Sure was. I mean, they did just what they needed to do to keep the visitors from getting any momentum going at all.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin.